Hi, I'm Richard, and welcome to another edition of Sidewalks Entertainment. We got a good lineup. Take a look.
Hi, thank you so much for tuning in to Sidewalks Entertainment. I'm your host, Lori Rosales. So, I'm really excited about today's show because today's guest you have seen in shows like The Night of, Never Have I Ever, and Deli Boys. Poorna Jagannathan will be joining us right here on Sidewalks Entertainment. So, stick around, relax, don't go anywhere because you are watching Sidewalks Entertainment. I'd like to welcome award-winning actress Poorna Jagannathan to Sidewalks Entertainment. Hi Poorna, thank you so much for joining us.
Hi Lori, thanks so much for having me.
So we've seen you in shows like The Night of, Never Have I Ever, and of course, Deli Boys. Let's talk about how you got into the work that you do. How did you start your career as an actor, and what inspired you to go into acting?
Oh, thanks for asking that question. I got a really late start. I used to be in advertising for many years. I ran my own brand consulting firm, and I was working in advertising till 2016, so pretty recently. But I always wanted to be an actor. I just never knew an actor and didn't know how to be an actor. So when I was 30, I decided to just try it out. So I went to acting school for a little while, and it's a very long process. It's just getting a manager and getting an agent, getting tiny bits where I'm an extra to maybe a line, to maybe, you know, a paragraph. That's been my career trajectory. It's the turtle, not the hare.
That's amazing because you later went on to writing and creating your own stage play. And then you also later became a part of the hit show Never Have I Ever. When you became a part of Never Have I Ever, did you have any idea how popular it was going to be?
No, I just knew that it was a very, very, you can tell on sets like Never Have I Ever or Deli Boys, there's like a magic dust in it, and there's no words to describe it. You just feel it. And sometimes it goes on to do well, and sometimes it doesn't. But the sets themselves, I don't think I will ever do a project as intimate and as closely mirroring who I am than Never Have I Ever. My son, the years we were shooting Never Have I Ever, I was also getting my son ready for college at the same exact time. I'm an immigrant mom, and it's fantastic. And you know, the fact that he left for college and I turned 50 and I am firmly in my villain era is great because I got the role of Lucky right then.
Oh my goodness. So I read that you speak 5 different languages. Is this true?
Yes, and all of them not. I understand a lot of languages. I can read a couple, and I speak a couple fluently, but yeah.
Oh wow. So refresh my memory. What 5 languages are they?
The Indian languages are Tamil and Hindi, 2 different, completely like 2 different scripts, 2 different languages. I speak Spanish, Portuguese, and English.
And which ones are you able to speak conversational?
You know, because I grew up a lot in Argentina, but I grew up at a time where I had to take all my classes in Spanish, it's probably Spanish. I learned Portuguese when I was a little older, but like the fundamentals. And this weird thing happened, like when you have a main language, and my main language was always English, it's very, like when I speak Spanish, you actually in your head, you do this thing of translating and then speaking the other language. But I was in Argentina for so long that my brain just, like it was just programmed to speak Spanish, so it was very, very ingrained in me.
That is so extraordinary. 5 languages. So how did you come to learn all 5 languages?
Well, you're just in school, you know, like I was in school, and I also, like, because we were traveling so much, my father was a diplomat, there, as a kid, you just want to fit in. You don't want to stand out. And, you know, sometimes like places like Argentina, I was like the only Indian kid. I was the only person of color in that class. So you just had to like adopt mannerisms at lightning speed and adopt the language and just try and fit in really fast. So I think it's just a skill that I have carried through my life.
You know, that would be a really great spy character trait. I feel like you would make a really great
Let me tell you,
spy
that was
in
my
like a movie or something.
fantasy growing up. Fantasy to be a spy.
Yes.
Totally.
I mean, have you ever been able to incorporate this skill into any of the characters that you've played in the past?
I mean, I just remember one of my favorite roles to play was a doctor on Better Call Saul. They're two brothers on Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, and they're so intimidating. They have killed 10 people and haven't even had their morning coffee yet. They're just pure killers, and they don't speak. They don't utter a word. They're just silent, right? And so the character I played is a doctor, and they wrote it so that she comes in, she speaks to them in English, and they don't answer her because they don't speak to anyone, and then she flips into Spanish. And the fact that something unexpected happens makes them talk. So it's a first and only time you hear those two twins speaking on the show. Wow. And yeah, it was so, and you know, I was a kid in Argentina. I don't know medical language, so I had to really work on the Spanish, and it was so exciting and so scary.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so another really great character that you play, of course, is Lucky in the comedy series Deli Boys. So yes. I love this. Tell everyone about your character Lucky, and what do you enjoy most about working on this show and playing this character?
You know, Lucky has to step into the role of mothering these two boys, these two pampered Pakistani American boys who now have to take over, you know, the family business. They think it's convenience stores, but it's actually an international cocaine ring. And so she has to guide them and help them understand what the business is. But because they're so stupid and so ill-equipped, she has to also constantly protect them from killing themselves, or killing us, and killing the operation. So it's like Lucky is the only maternal figure they've ever known, but she herself doesn't have a maternal bone in her body, and that's an aspect of that I love that aspect as well. What I love about Lucky, especially so different from any other character I've played, is I played a lot of really strong women in my career, you know, be it Nalini in Vishwakumar, Never Have I Ever, or Safar in Rami. But Lucky is also physically strong. Like, she will, with her left hand, knife someone, with her right hand, shoot someone, and will be taking someone's eye out with her stiletto, all at the same time. And there's like a physical comedy, a physical strength that she has that I really loved to play.
Oh, that's so awesome. So initially, what caught your interest in being a part of the series?
I'm very, very drawn to this particular sense of humor. It is dark comedy. It is Abdullah Saeed that's created a show where it's just opposites. It's the two brothers are opposites. The situations are funny because it's a very sweet, sweet moment next to a very violent moment, and those two opposite moments create the comedy. My character, you know, can be nurturing and mothering and loving one minute, and then putting a bullet through someone's head in the next minute. So it's really the juxtaposition of two different moments that I honestly just find that so funny in real life. And so I was just drawn to the fact that here's a script that is so unapologetically funny.
So one last question before we wrap.
Yeah.
When you're off set and you're off work, what do you like to do in your free time?
Oh, good question. It depends on where I am. We shot in Chicago. I love to, I will watch Netflix and Hulu and HBO any moment I can. I think because I wasn't part of this industry until like my late 30s, I feel like I watch things and it's so exciting, and I love to understand how they were made, and I watch like the actors on actors, like the craft of acting in this business is still so fresh and new to me that I totally consume it.
Well, Poorna, it was so lovely speaking with you today. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Lori. Thanks for your time.
Everyone, be sure to watch more of Poorna Jagannathan in the comedy series Deli Boys on Hulu. Poorna, you take care.
Thanks, Lori.
For more full-length celebrity interviews, visit sidewalkstv.com.